the position of a particle moves along a straight line is defined by S is equal to t cube minus 6t square minus 15t plus 40, where S is measured in meters and t is measured in seconds. Determine, first question, time at which the velocity will be 0, and the second question, the position and distance travelled by the particle at that time, and the acceleration of the particle at that time. Finally, the distance travelled by the particle from t is equal to 4 seconds to 6 seconds. So first of all, given equation of position of a particle in terms of time period t. So here position denoted by small s and time denoted by small t. So first of all, let us note down the given data. So here position of particle, there is a particle moving along a straight line. So position of a particle is denoted by small s, and here time period, time denoted by small t. In this question, time denoted by small t. So position denoted by small s and time denoted by small t. And at the same time, we given a relationship between position of a particle and time. So equation of position in terms of time, S is equal to, given one equation, t cube minus 6t square minus 15t plus 40. So this is the equation of position of a particle in terms of time. Okay. So and remember, here t is independent variable. Okay, now it does not depending upon any other variable. It is independent variable because we always measure with some stopwatch. So stopwatch something. Okay. So generally stopwatch tote measure chestam mana time. So అందుకే ఇది independent variable ఇక్కడ. Okay. So ఇక్కడ s అనేది dependent variable. Here position is depending upon time. So anyhow, so here s measured in meters, so its unit is meters, and time meters, and time units seconds. So first question, determine. So let us solve first question, time at which the velocity will be 0. So first question, we have to find time. So small t, at which, time at which, so let us say t naught, time at which velocity of particle will be 0, time at which velocity of particle will be 0. Okay, 0. Okay. So time at which velocity of particle will be 0. This is my first question. So we have to find at what time the velocity of particle is 0. So ఏ టైం దగ్గర మనకి velocity of particle 0 అవుతుంది. Okay. So to find time period, first of all we need equation of velocity in terms of time. Equation of velocity in terms of time. So we need velocity equation. Okay, now how to find velocity equation? We know that instantaneous velocity, remember here we are finding instantaneous velocity. So we know that instantaneous velocity v is equal to rate of change of displacement with respect to time. Rate of change of displacement with respect to time. So velocity is equal to ds by dt. So to find velocity, we have to find derivative of position or derivative of displacement with respect to time. Derivative of position or derivative of displacement with respect to time. So ds by dt, v is equal to, what is the formula for velocity? V is equal to, instantaneous velocity is equal to ds by dt. So using this formula we can find velocity equation. Now v is equal to d by dt. So what is s? Equation of s, t cube minus 6t square minus 15t plus 40. Okay. So this is expression for position. Now find derivative of this expression. So d by dt of t cube Okay, just distribute d by dt. It's like distributive property. D by dt of t cube minus minus. Here 6 is constant. Okay, no? So and t is variable. See, here 6 is constant and t is variable. 6t square. Okay. So while doing derivative or while finding differentiation of any function, in general we separate variable and constant. So this is constant. So take out constant out of the derivative and apply derivative for the variable function. So d by dt of t square minus 15 is constant. Take out 15 and find the derivative of t plus, here we have only constant. So apply derivative to the constant. So d by dt of 40. Now v is equal to d by dt of t cube. So before that, let us recall derivative formulas. Say d by dt of t power n. What is the formula? D by dt of t power n? N into t power n minus 1. N into t power n minus 1. See, suppose we want derivative of t cube. So what is the value of n? N is equal to 3. Apply this formula. 3 into t power 3 minus 1. You will get 3t square. Okay, na? Now v is equal to 3t square. Similarly, if you find the derivative of t square, you will get 2t. Use same formula. Minus 15 into derivative of t, you will get 1. Now what about derivative of constant? Remember, derivative of constant is equal to 0. Derivative of constant is equal to 0. Okay, now? Now v is equal to, so derivative of constant 0, so plus 0. You will get the velocity equation 3t square minus 6 into 2, 12. So 12t plus 15. Okay, this is equation of velocity in terms of time. Now we have to find time at which velocity will be 0. So we have to find at what time velocity of particle is 0. So let us consider v is equal to 0. Okay, na? Put v is equal to 0, then we will get time period t. In last step, we have got a relationship between velocity and time. Okay, na? So this is expression for velocity in terms of time. Now we need time at which velocity of the given particle is 0. So at what time this velocity is equal to 0? It means for what values of t this velocity becomes 0. So ఇక్కడ t place లో మనం ఏ వాల్యూ తీసుకుంటే 0 అవుతుంది velocity. ఓకేనా? That is our objective. So anyhow, to find time at which velocity of particle is 0, put v is equal to 0. Put v is equal to 0. So velocity must be equal to 0. So now this equation becomes 0 is equal to, so velocity is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 3t square minus 12t is equal to 12t minus 15 is equal to 0. Okay, na? So here velocity is equal to 0 when this expression is equal to 0. Okay, na? This will be equal to 0 when this expression is equal to 0. Okay, na? So it means velocity of particle is 0 when this expression is equal to 0. So ఈ expression equal to 0 అయితేనే ఇది 0 అవుతుంది. So let us find for what values of t this expression is equal to 0. So this is quadratic equation. 3t square minus 12t minus 15 is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. Here variable is t. Here variable. What is the variable in this equation? Is t, time. We know that general form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And what is the formula for finding solution of quadratic equation? To get solution of quadratic equation, what is the formula? T is equal to. So actually x is equal to, what is the formula? General formula, x is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, now this is a very important formula for finding solution of quadratic equation. So Now solution of this quadratic equation is this. Now my quadratic equation is 3t square minus 12t minus 15 is equal to 0. So this is my quadratic equation. In this case variable is x, whereas for this quadratic equation variable is t. So replace x by t. So t is equal to minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now find values of a, b, c. Here what is a? Now compare these two. A is equal to 3. Coefficient of t square. A is equal to 3. Here a is equal to 3. And what is the value of b? Coefficient of t. What is the value of b? B is equal to minus 12. We should consider sign also. And c is equal to constant term. Here constant term is minus 15. Now substitute all these values here. X, now t is equal to minus b, minus of 12, minus b value minus 12. So minus of minus 12 plus or minus root over b square. So minus 12 whole square minus 4ac. What is the value of a? 3 and c value minus 15. Whole divided by 2 into a. Now t is equal to minus into minus plus 12 plus or minus root over minus 12 whole square means 144 minus into minus plus 4 3s are 12, or do one thing, 4 15s are 60, 63 180, you will get 180 by 6. Now t is equal to 12 plus or minus root over 144 plus 180 324 by 6. Now t is equal to 12 plus or minus root over 324. So root over 324 is a perfect square. So you will get 18. 18 square is equal to 324. So it means say 12 plus or minus. Here in place of 324 we can write 18 square root get cancelled by 6. So 12 plus or minus 18 by 6. So here plus or minus sign is there. So one time positive, let us consider one time positive, and the next time let us consider negative sign. So t is equal to 12 plus 18, how much? 30 by 6. Or what is the another solution? 12 minus 18 minus 6 by 6. So we have got two solutions. 6 ones are 6 5s are. So t is equal to either 5 or 6 1 6 minus 1. So minus 1. So here we have got two solutions. T is equal to 5 or t is equal to minus 1. In last step we have got two solutions. T is equal to 5 and t is equal to minus 1. Okay. So what is the correct solution? We have got two solutions, but what is the correct solution? As we all know, time is a scalar quantity, so it cannot be negative. Time is always a positive quantity, it cannot be negative. So this is not my solution. So what is the solution? T is equal to 5 seconds is the correct solution. So now what is the conclusion for the first question? So here conclusion is at t is equal to 5 seconds, at t is equal to 5 seconds, velocity of the particle, is 0. Velocity of particle is 0. Okay. So at t is equal to 5 seconds, velocity of the particle is 0. Okay. We have one more method or one more way to find this time period. T is equal to 5 seconds. What is the method? Method 2. Next. We can solve same quadratic equation in one more method. So that method is factorization. So either we can use quadratic formula or factorization process. So what is the velocity equation? V of t is equal to 3t square minus 12t minus 15. So here we have to make velocity as 0. So we need time at which velocity of particle is 0. This velocity is equal to 0 when 3t square minus 12t minus 15 is equal to 0. So this velocity v is equal to 0 when 3t square minus 12t minus 15 is equal to 0. That's why this expression is equal to 0. Now we need values of t for which this expression is equal to 0. So t plus a values తీసుకుంటే 0 అవుతుంది. See, first of all here, what is the common factor among these three terms? So common factor is 3. 3 into t square. So 3 of, here 3 is common factor, 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12 and 3 5s are 15. So minus 4t minus 5 is equal to 0. So among 3, 12, 15, common factor is 3. Now take out 3 out of all these terms. Then transpose 3, multiplication becomes division. 0 by 3, 0. You will get t square minus 4t minus 5 is equal to 0. Now I am going to use factorization method or factorization process. So let us split middle term. T square minus 4t can be written as minus 5t plus t minus 5 is equal to 0. So observe first two terms and last two terms. So here what is the common factor? T is common, so t common. Here one more t, we have one more t, and here we have minus 5 plus. Here among these two terms one common, so 1 of t minus 5 is equal to 0. Again, what is the common among these two terms? T minus 5. Take out t minus 5. Here we have t and plus 1 is equal to 0. This product is equal to 0 when t minus, either t minus 5 is equal to 0 or t plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay na? This product is equal to 0. Okay na? This is only possible when t minus 5 is equal to 0 or t plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay na? So if product 0 అవ్వాలంటే ఇదైనా 0 అవ్వాలి, ఇదైనా 0 అవ్వాలి. That's why t minus 5 is equal to 0 or t plus 1 is equal to 0. Transpose minus 5, you will get t is equal to 5. In this case, you will get plus 1 becomes minus 1. So again we know that time cannot be negative. It's a scalar quantity. So t is equal to 5 is our solution. T is equal to 5 seconds. T is equal to 5 seconds. This is first question answer. So at t is equal to 5 seconds, velocity of the particle is 0. Next B. So next we need position. The position and distance traveled by the particle at that time. So we need position and distance traveled by the particle at that time. Here at that time means time at which velocity of particle is 0. So what is the answer? T is equal to 5 seconds. Okay na? So we have to find position of the particle at t is equal to 5 seconds. At the same time distance, total distance traveled by the particle at t is equal to 5 seconds. First of all, let us find position. Position of particle at t is equal to 5 seconds. At t is equal to 5 seconds. Okay na? So what is position of the particle at t is equal to 5 seconds? So let us say position of the particle at t is equal to 5 seconds as S5. Okay, S5 is equal to, first of all, what is the equation for displacement? T cube minus 6t square minus 15t plus 40. So this is given expression for displacement position. So S5 is equal to, put t is equal to 5 cube minus, we need position of particle at t is equal to 5, so 6 into 5 square minus 15 into 5 plus 40. Let us simplify that. S5 is equal to 5 cube means 125 minus 6 into 5 square 25, 15 5s are 75 plus 40. Now 6 into 25, how much? 6 into 25, I think 150, yes. Minus 75 plus 40. Add positive values. 125 plus 40, 165. Minus 225. Minus 150, minus 75, minus 225. You will get around 165 minus 225 means how much? Minus 60 meters. So S5 is equal to position of particle at t is equal to 5 seconds is minus 60 meters. Next here we have to find distance travelled by the particle at that time. At that time means t is equal to 5 seconds. So total distance covered by the particle at t is equal to 5 seconds. It means first of all let us find what is the initial position of the particle. It means at rest t is equal to 0. So at t is equal to 0, what is the position of the particle? T is equal to 0. So t is equal to 0, the position is S0. Let us say S0. S0 is equal to. So this is the equation for position of a particle. So put t is equal to 0. 0 cube. 0, 0 and 0. And what is the answer? 40 meters. So position of particle at t is equal to 0 is 40 meters. Now we need distance travelled by the particle. So distance, what is the formula for distance? Distance travelled of the particle. So distance is equal to modulus of or mod of final position means S5 minus initial position S0. Okay, this is the formula for distance travelled by the particle. Okay, now at that time. At that time means t is equal to 5 seconds. So this is like final position minus initial position. Final position is minus 60 meters minus initial position 40 meters. So you will get modulus of minus 100. We know that modulus means it gives us only absolute value. Okay, na? So modulus of negative number is always positive. So remember here distance is a scalar quantity. It has no direction. So what is the distance travelled by the particle? When t is equal to 5 seconds is 100 meters. Therefore, distance travelled by the particle is 100 meters. And position of the particle is minus 60 meters. Okay. Next part, C. Acceleration of the particle at that time. Acceleration. Acceleration denoted by small a. Acceleration of the particle at that time means at t is equal to 5 seconds. T is equal to 5 seconds. So this is the time at which velocity of particle is 0. Okay. So now acceleration at t is equal to 5 seconds. A5 is equal to what? Question mark. Okay. First we need equation of acceleration in terms of t time. We know that velocity v is equal to. So velocity of particle in terms of t is equal to, what is the formula? I mean, what is the expression? 3t square minus 12t minus 15. This is expression for velocity in terms of t. Now, how do we get acceleration from velocity? What is the relationship between velocity and acceleration? Relation. We know that acceleration is equal to rate of change of. So instantaneous acceleration. Here I am talking about instantaneous, sudden. Okay, na? So instantaneous acceleration is equal to rate of change of velocity with respect to time. dv by dt. Acceleration is equal to dv by dt. This is the formula for acceleration in terms of velocity. Now acceleration is equal to d by dt of 3t square minus 12t minus 15. So v is equal to what? This expression. Now again apply derivative formulas. So a is equal to distribute d by dt. D by dt of 3t square minus 12 is constant. Take out 12 out of the derivative. So 12 into d by dt of t. We have only constant. So minus d by dt of 15. So a is equal to d by dt of 3 is constant. Take out 3 out of the derivative. Derivative of t square is what? 2t minus 12 into derivative of t is 1. Derivative of constant is equal to 0. A is equal to, what is the final expression for acceleration? 3 into 2, 6. 60 minus 12 into 1, 12. We need A5. So we need acceleration at t is equal to 5 seconds. Put t is equal to 5. 6 into 5 minus 12. 6 5s are 30. 30 minus 12, how much? 18. Therefore, acceleration A5 is equal to 18 meter per, acceleration unit, meter per second. So this is the final answer. A5 is equal to 18 meters per second. Therefore, acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 5 seconds is 18 meter per second. So last part, the distance. The distance traveled. The distance traveled by the distance traveled by the particle from t is equal to 4 seconds to t is equal to 6 seconds. T is equal to 4 seconds to t is equal to 6 seconds. So total distance travelled with the particle from t is equal to 4 seconds to t is equal to 6 seconds. This is the last part. We know that at t is equal to 5 seconds, the velocity of particle is 0. It means particle comes to rest. So at t is equal to 5 seconds, at t is equal to 5 seconds, velocity of particle is 0. And what is the position of particle at t is equal to 5 seconds? The location of particle is minus 60 meters. We already calculated in part A. So S5 is equal to minus 60 meters. It means position of particle at t is equal to 5 seconds is minus 60 meters. So if velocity is 0, if v is equal to 0, then particle comes to rest. Particle comes to rest. Okay, na? So remember here t is equal to 5. So this 5 lies between 4 and 6. So in between 4 seconds and 6 seconds, particle comes to rest. In between 4 seconds and 6 seconds, it means 5 seconds. Okay, na? At t is equal to 5 seconds, particle comes to rest. It is not moving. So now we have to find total distance covered by the particle from t is equal to 4 seconds to t is equal to 6 seconds in two parts. Say, total distance covered by particle from 4 to 6 seconds is equal to total distance modulus of, or directly we can write distance covered or distance travelled by the particle from 4 seconds to 5 seconds plus distance travelled by the particle from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. So in between 4 and 6, the particle comes to the rest. That's why we cannot find distance travelled by the particle directly from 4 seconds to 6 seconds. But because in between 4 seconds and 6 seconds, the particle comes to the rest. Okay. So anyhow, here we need S4 to 5. So S4 to 5 means what? Distance travelled by the particle from t is equal to 4 seconds to 6 seconds. So how do we get S4 to 5? S5 final position minus initial position. Keep modulus in that. Similarly, how do you get distance travelled by the particle from 5 seconds to 6 seconds is equal to modulus of S6 final position minus initial position S5. Okay. So let us find S4, S5 and S6. S5 already we have minus 60 meters. Now how do you get S4? S4 means position of particle, position of. So at last we have to use this expression. So position of, this is our final result. S4 is equal to position of particle at t is equal to 4 seconds. So we know that S is equal to displacement. Displacement equation is already given. T cube minus 6t square minus 15t plus 40. Put t is equal to 4. You will get 4 cube minus 6 into 4 square minus 15 into 4 plus 40. Let us simplify further. S4 is equal to 4 cube 64 minus 4 square 16. 16s are 96 minus 15 4s are 60 plus 40. 64 plus 40 104 minus 96 minus 60 minus 156. Now S4 is equal to how much? 104 minus 156 minus 52 meters. Minus 52 meters. So we have got S5, S4. So S5 minus 60 meters, S4 minus 52 meters, minus 52 meters. Next we need S6. So let us calculate S6. So what is S6? Here S6 means position of the particle at t is equal to 6 seconds. At t is equal to 6 seconds. So S6 is equal to, so same expression. So t cube minus 6t square minus 15t plus 40. Put t is equal to 6. 6 cube minus 6 into 6 square minus 15 into 6 plus 40. So simplify this. 6 into 6 square 6 cube plus 6 cube minus 6 cube, it cancel, minus 15 into 6 90 plus 40 minus 90 plus 40 minus 50. Therefore S6 is equal to how much? Position of the particle at 6 seconds is minus 50 meters. So in all cases here negative sign represents the particle moves to the left of origin. So let us locate all these values on a number line. Suppose this is number line, this is positive x and this is a negative x, x dash, and this is my origin. Okay. So right side of origin we have positive values and left side of origin we have negative values. So first let us represent S4. S4. So first let us represent S5. Suppose particle is at rest. So S5 means rest position. So S5 is equal to minus 60 meters. Suppose this is minus 60. S5. And next S4 minus 52 meters. So minus 52 generally located right side of minus 60. So minus say suppose this is minus 60. S5. So what is the value of S4? S4 value minus 52. And next S6 minus 50. So this is S4 and this is S6. So from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, the particle moves 4 seconds to 5 seconds. This is 4 seconds, minus 52, 5 seconds. So from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, particle moves backward in the direction. Okay, no? Particle moves backward in the direction. So from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. Now let us see what is the position, what is the direction of particle from 5 seconds to 6 seconds. This is 5 seconds and 6 seconds. So minus 60 to minus 50. Minus 60 to minus 60 means forward. So in this case, from 5 seconds to 6 seconds, particle moves forward in the direction. So forward means positive, backward means negative in general. So total distance covered, how much? 60 to 52, 8 meters. 60 to 50, 10 meters. So total distance travelled by the particle from 4 seconds to 6 seconds is 10 plus 8, 18 seconds. From here itself we can find answers. Total 12 meters. Okay. Using formula, same, S4 to 5 is equal to S5 minus S4. S5 how much? Minus 60 minus S4. S4 is equal to how much? Minus 52. Minus into minus plus. Minus 60 plus 52 minus 8. So modulus of negative value is always positive. So 8 meters. Now S5 to S6. Formula is what? S6 minus S5. S6 how much? Minus 50. Minus of minus S5 60. Minus into minus plus 60 minus 50 10. 10 meters. Now S4 to 6. Distance travelled by the particle from 4 seconds to 6 seconds is equal to S4 to 5. Distance travelled by the particle from 4 seconds to 5 seconds 8 meters plus 5 seconds to 6 seconds 10 meters. So total distance covered by the particle from 4 seconds to 6 seconds is 80 meters. This is the final answer. Okay.